You have tried it all. The early morning cardio, the no-carb diet, the fat burner supplement sitting in your cabinet right now. And you are still standing in front of that mirror, wondering why nothing is moving. Here is the truth nobody wants to say out loud. You are not failing because you are lazy. You're failing because you are following advice that was never based on science. In the next 8 minutes, I am going to strip fat loss down to its bare bones. 3 things, just 3. Everything else, and I mean everything, is noise built around these 3 pillars. If you're missing even one of them, you will never see the results you're working for. Let's get into it.
Number 1, and this one is going to make a lot of people uncomfortable. Calorie deficit. That is it. That is the entire foundation of every single fat loss result you have ever seen on the internet. Not keto, not intermittent fasting, not the military diet. Those are just different vehicles driving to the same destination, a calorie deficit. Here's what the science actually says. Your body runs on energy. That energy comes from the food you eat. When you give your body less energy than it needs to function, it starts pulling from its reserves. Those reserves are your body fat. Now, here's where most people get it wrong. They think cutting calories means starving. It does not. It means creating a controlled gap between what you eat and what you burn. The sweet spot is a deficit of 300 to 500 calories per day. Not 1,000, not skipping meals, just a controlled, sustainable gap. Here is the uncomfortable truth. Every diet that has ever worked for anyone, keto, paleo, vegan, intermittent fasting, worked for one reason only. It helped that person eat less calories without feeling like they were dieting. That is the entire secret behind every billion-dollar diet industry. You do not need a special diet. You need a number. Find your maintenance calories, subtract 400, eat anything you want within that number. Fat loss will happen, guaranteed.
But a calorie deficit alone will make you skinny, not lean, not athletic, just small. Thing number 2 is what separates the skinny from the strong. Muscle mass. This is the most underrated fat loss tool on the planet, and almost nobody talks about it correctly. Here is the biology. Muscle tissue is metabolically expensive. Your body burns calories just to keep it alive, even when you are sitting completely still. Fat tissue does almost nothing. It just sits there. What this means in real terms, a person with more muscle burns significantly more calories every single day without doing any extra exercise. They are burning fat while watching television, while sleeping, while sitting at a desk. Now, here's the part that will change how you train forever. The guy you see doing 2 hours of cardio every morning, running on a treadmill drenched in sweat, is burning fewer calories over a 24-hour period than the guy who spent 45 minutes lifting weights. Because cardio burns calories during the workout. Lifting builds muscle, and muscle burns calories forever. This is why hybrid training exists. This is why the most efficient athletes in the world combine strength work with conditioning, not to burn more during the session, but to build a body that burns more all the time.
So what does this mean for you practically? Lift weights at least 3 times per week. Focus on compound movements, squats, deadlifts, rows, presses. Build muscle. And let that muscle become your 24-hour fat-burning machine. The cardio is a bonus. The muscle is the engine. You can nail the deficit, you can build the muscle, and still sabotage everything with thing number 3, which almost nobody is tracking. Sleep. Not a supplement, not a hack. Sleep. Here is what happens inside your body when you are running on 5 or 6 hours. Your brain signals a stress response. Cortisol, your primary stress hormone, spikes. And cortisol has one very specific job when it is elevated for long periods. It tells your body to store fat, specifically around your abdomen. This is not a theory. This is documented biology. Sleep deprivation raises cortisol. High cortisol increases fat storage, and it does something even more damaging. it breaks down muscle tissue for energy instead of fat. So you are losing the very thing that was supposed to burn your fat for you. Now, here's where this connects to everything we have discussed. We talked about HRV in our last video. Heart rate variability is your body's report card, and nothing tanks your HRV faster than poor sleep. When your HRV is low, your body is in a stressed state. A stressed body does not burn fat efficiently. It holds on to it. So the formula becomes clear. Good sleep, cortisol stays low, HRV stays high, body burns fat efficiently. Poor sleep, cortisol spikes, HRV crashes, body stores fat aggressively. The target is simple: 7 to 9 hours, consistent sleep and wake time. Dark room, no screens 30 minutes before bed. This is not complicated, but most people are choosing Netflix over fat loss every single night without realizing it. Track your HRV every morning. If it is consistently low despite training and eating right, your sleep is the missing piece. Fix the sleep first. Everything else will follow.
3 things. That is the entire science of fat loss. A controlled calorie deficit, so your body has a reason to burn stored fat. Muscle mass, so your body becomes a 24-hour fat-burning engine. And quality sleep, so your hormones stay in a state that allows fat loss to happen at all. Every pill, every tea, every 30-day program you have ever seen is built on top of these 3 things. Or it is ignoring them completely. And now you know the difference. Start this week. Pick the one you are weakest at: deficit, muscle, or sleep, and fix that one first. Drop a comment below. Which of the 3 are you missing right now? I am reading every single one. See you in the flow state.